Welcome back, everyone. Hockey is Canada's game, so it's our job to make sure it is accessible to all Canadians. Now, I'm a hockey mom to both of my kids, and although I didn't grow up playing the sport, it's now become a huge part of our lives. But there are barriers to getting into hockey for so many Canadians. So joining us to talk about breaking them is hockey mom Grace Lee and Olympian Natalie Spooner. So glad we're having this important conversation. Natalie, you know I got to start with you. What was it like to win gold at the Beijing Olympics this year, and congratulations?
It was crazy. I mean, what a journey it had been to continue training through, the pandemic, and to have our World Championships in August and then get to stick it out as a team. But I mean, I think this was one of the most powerful teams I've ever been a part of, one of the closest teams. And we just had so much fun out there. And to get to bring this puppy home back to Canada, it's an amazing feeling, and I just can't wait to share it with all the Canadians.
I could hear the cheer across the country when it happened. So thank you for that. That was a phenomenal moment for so many of us. Now, you are an incredible spokesperson for girls and women in hockey. My daughter plays herself, and we know it's so important for her to see women like you out there playing the game on the world stage. My question is, how do you go from being a girl who plays hockey to a professional female athlete? What's that trajectory like?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I like to tell little girls is that everyone's journey is different, but we all start in the same place. So I started playing hockey like any other young girl when I was 4 years old. I played 1 year with the boys, and then I actually, found a girls team, and I started playing with Durham West Girls Lightning when I was 5, and I played with them all the way up. I ended up getting a scholarship to Ohio State and eventually made the national team. But for me, the moment that, made me really want to go to the Olympics was when I was 11 years old. I got to meet Jennifer Botterill, and it was right after the 2002 Olympics, and see her gold medal. And that inspired me and really sparked my dream to want to go to the Olympics and to realize that I could be like her. I saw myself in another female hockey player. And it really, I had 3 older brothers, so I didn't think that I was going to go to the Olympics. I thought I was going to play in the NHL like they had the same dream. So for me, that moment was so crucial, and really, made me want to do the same that she did.
If you can see it, you can be it. That's what we always say. So if you see the example out there, you think, oh my gosh, this is something that's attainable. I can actually do this.
Yes.
I'm going to go to Grace now. You never expected to be a hockey mom, but just like me, you're spending every weekend at the arena. How did you end up with a hockey kid, and what do you love about it?
So my husband grew up playing hockey, so he made it a priority to teach the kids at an early age how to skate. And my son Noah took to hockey instantly. And honestly, Tracy and Natalie, I knew nothing about hockey. I didn't know what a power play was, what offside was. And learning how to put on that equipment really took my brain to another level. But I loved the hockey community. I loved meeting the new hockey families. And honestly, it's been such a positive experience for my son physically and mentally. And there is nothing more thrilling than seeing your kid score a goal and celebrate with his teammates. It's honestly the best entertainment.
It's a beautiful thing, and I'm always shocked at where did this mama bear come from when my kids are out there on the ice, and all of a sudden I'm like, because it's my kid. It's just such a beautiful thing. I want to talk, Grace, about some of the barriers you've seen to diversifying hockey, because of course this is a road that we're on that we're trying to make a bit better.
Absolutely. I know for sure there is a financial barrier for a lot of families. As you get higher up in hockey, the fees are pretty expensive. There's a time commitment to hockey. You're not just showing up like soccer with a ball and shoes. You have to learn how to put on the equipment. There's tournaments that you have to spend money on gas. Equipment alone is expensive. So I hope that just becomes more affordable for a lot of families. And, there is that diversity that I really want to see. my son starting out in hockey, he was probably the only Asian kid on his team. Now he plays in the GTHL, and there is a little bit more diversity on his team, which I'm really happy about. He's not the only Asian. And I personally, there's not a girl on our team, but I love seeing girls play on other teams, and I'm secretly rooting for those girls whenever I see them play. I absolutely love seeing girls in hockey.
I just saw it on Sunday night at my son's game, and the opposite team had a girl in net, and it is nice to see. And these girls are really thriving. So they're outside of their categories and they're playing with the boys, and it's a fantastic thing to see. I love it. So Natalie, I know you are a big part of Scotiabank's Hockey for All campaign, helping to make the game a little bit more accessible and inclusive to all Canadians. How are you and the team helping to break down some of the barriers that Grace just mentioned?
Yeah, I think first of all, we're screaming from the rooftops that Canada's game is for everyone. You know, I think obviously the barriers that you know, Grace's son have faced, we don't want anyone to face any barriers when it comes to this game. And so Scotiabank has really made that commitment to make the game more accessible, more inclusive. And, you know, I've been so proud to be able to partner with them and to be part of some of their programs that are really helping girls in hockey. Obviously, you know, there are some girls that don't even have the opportunity to play girls hockey because there isn't a girls team around, that they are forced to play on the guys' side still. And you know, I've got to be a part of Project North, which delivered hockey equipment up to northern communities that don't have access to it. And probably my favorite one is Scotiabank Girls Hockey Fest. That's put on every single year. Since it started, it's helped over 16,000 girls. And for me, just to get in front of those girls, to be able to talk to them, to be able to share my story is hopefully inspiring them. And it's just a great day filled with lots of fun, lots of learning. And last year it had to be virtual, but hopefully, you know, soon we'll be able to get back on the ice with all these girls, and you know, we're going to see, you know, the next stars come out of these programs. And I just can't wait to see, you know, the girls game grow so much, because they're going to have, you know, that inspiration and that fire in them to, you know, want to chase after a gold medal, just like I did when I got to see one.
It's a beautiful thing, and I know my daughter has attended, at least virtually, the Scotiabank Hockey Fest, and it's incredible hearing the stories, and I can see the excitement in her. She loves the community of it, but also she's competitive, so it's really nice that there's a space. A lot of women who are a bit more mature have said they only had the option of ringette, so it's nice that girls can play hockey. Now, I know, since we're talking about women playing hockey, Natalie, you wanted to put me and Grace to the test. I'm just going to put it out there. Grace and I are not hockey players. We are hockey moms, but we will go along with your direction. What do you want to teach us, Natalie?
Well, first of all, you're never too old to be a hockey player. So I see stars in your future here. So this can be the beginning. I would love to just see your wrist shots. I can give you some tips, but I see the puck going top cheese here, hopefully.
Can you see me, Natalie? You can see me?
I see you. You've got the stance.
Okay.
You're holding the stick right.
I can pretend really well.
Stick handling. There you go. Okay.
So wrist shot.
This is perfect. Let's see a shot. Heel to toe. Transfer the weight. Okay. That's a good start.
Grace, it's your turn.
I think Grace has got this.
I'm gonna try.
You got it, girl. Yeah.
Oh, that was like a slap shot knuckle puck right there. Okay.
I'm doing another one. You go again, Grace, and I'll go again.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do top shelf. Okay.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
Not quite top shelf.
Look at this pro top shelf. Okay, one more before we go, because now this is more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and then, okay, so the best part is you got to give a good celly after you score. So, like, what would be your celebration? Like, arms up, kick
Mine would
the
be
leg.
something like this.
Okay, okay.
Can I do this on the ice? Will I be banned? I don't know.
You know what? It's unique. It's
Can
unique.
I do like a air guitar?
Yes, that's a good one.
Whatever works for you, Mama. That was fun. Thank you, Natalie and Grace. That was so good. And congratulations once again, Natalie. Incredible work.